I was on Instagram when this video came up on my feed. It's a video of a black woman who I believe is an ex-wrestler who stated that she doesn't date black men and she loves white guys.
Do you date white men?
I love white guys.
White men?
I actually don't date black guys.
Really?
No, I don't.
Why? Like, why? Was that just a personal choice? Did you have bad experience?
No, I just think, I don't know, I just have a thing for white boys.
That's interesting.
You know, a little vanilla and a little chocolate. They make cute babies.
Okay, I see. Now, I would be a big hypocrite if I didn't speak on this. At the beginning of the year, in January, I made a video about Ricky Smiley's son who made the statement that he doesn't date black women because he's not attracted to them. And then made some stupid comment that he likes Latinas. Although Latino or Latina is not a race. There are black Latinas, believe it or not. Whether they identify themselves as black or not, that's a whole different story. But they are indeed of African descent, with African features. And this is no different. What makes it worse is the TMZ reporter never asks her if she doesn't date black men. He simply asked her, "Do you like white men?" And she said she loves them.
Do you date white men?
I love white guys.
White men?
I actually don't date black guys.
It was her that decided to add that she doesn't date black men. Nobody asked her. In her own words, she's never had any bad experiences with black men. She just loves white guys. I know people are going to say it's a preference, the same way they did about Ricky Smiley's son. This is not a preference, by the way. It's not a preference when you purposely go out there and say, no, I do not date the opposite sex of my own race. I would almost understand if she had some bad experiences that had molded her thought process, but she hasn't. Even then, we can't generalize everyone who's black just because a few people we dated happen to be black and hurt us. Listen, every time I've had my heart broken, it was by a woman. And that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm straight, but you get my point. I'm not then going to chastise all women because a few broke my heart. But she hasn't even had bad experiences. So just self-hate then, right? Because it's definitely not a preference. I remember all the comments from black women in my comment section in regards to Ricky Smiley's son and his comment. And everybody said it wasn't a preference. So I hope that we're not going to have any double standards or hypocrisy in regards to her statement. And then the first thing she says is, they make cute babies.
I don't know, I just have a thing for white boys.
That's interesting.
You know, a little vanilla and a little chocolate. They make cute babies.
Firstly, you don't need a white person to make a cute baby. That's disrespectful and offensive. Plus, if you're looking for that stereotypical mixed phenotype, there are plenty of quote-unquote full black people that have those same features. Black people come in all shades, variations, and different features. Two black people can make a baby that looks like anything. We've all seen it happen. I've spoken on fetishization of black women by white men before, and I'll put the link to that video in the description. But this woman seems to have a fetish for white men and mixed babies. Now it's time to be very real and blunt. The facts are, if a black male celebrity said he doesn't date black women and he loves white women and they make cute babies, there would be outrage and people would call for a boycott. Now, I didn't even know who this woman was until yesterday, but the fact remains that there has been a huge double standard. I haven't seen hundreds of videos being made about her in outrage. Ricky Smiley's son is not a huge celebrity either, but everyone and their mama spoke about it. I'm not with the double standards. I'm not offended by her choice of partner. That's her business. If she wants mayonnaise Jake all over her, that's her business. But I am offended at her saying she does not date black men. Now, I'm not going to disrespect her and call her a bedwench or anything like that because, well, that's not my style. And some people will say, well, black men say this all the time. Yes, some black men do. And guess what? I have a problem with that too. This is clearly not a preference. A preference is when you prefer one thing over the other. It's like saying, I have a preference for orange juice. You prefer orange juice, but you wouldn't say no to apple juice. You just prefer orange juice. What she did was say, I don't touch apple juice at all. Orange juice or nothing. Then her saying that they make cute babies actually is implying that non-mixed babies are not cute. And that's clearly self-hate. Because somewhere in her deluded mind, maybe she sees herself as ugly. Maybe she doesn't like what she sees in the mirror and hopes that a white man can help her bring a pretty child into the world. And according to Google, she's half African American and half Korean. Does she even date Korean guys? Although she does claim that she's a black woman, she identified herself as a black woman in a video. Everyone has a right to date who they want to date. But please be aware that self-hate is real. And although she didn't follow her comment with black men are ugly or something else, she did imply a lot with the baby comment. And maybe when it's all said and done, she simply has a mixed baby fetish or a white guy fetish. After Twitter went in on her, she decided to say that she has dated black guys and that it's just a preference.
To clarify, I've dated black guys in the past, but just like anybody, we all have a preference. And it's a preference thing, and it was a comment. It wasn't meant to be derogatory. I'm a black woman. And I think everybody is beautiful in their own way, because I know people had something to say about, like, that self-hate towards yourself and to, a culture. I mean, at the end of the day, if we all talk the same, walk the same, and look the same, the world would be a boring place. But it's just, again, it's about a preference. That's what I prefer. But who knows, maybe 2-3 years down the line, you may see me with a black man. That's who I'm married to, or a Hispanic or Middle Eastern. At the end of the day, it, looks or skin deep, and what I think is beautiful may be different than what you think is beautiful. But we all bring something unique to the table. And at the end of the day, I just feel like if I vibe with someone, I vibe with them. It doesn't matter, where they come from or where their background is. It's like, if you're dope, you're dope. I love everybody. And I feel like I actually love meeting different people, because it makes you learn something different, something that I may have never known. It's like, oh, okay, well, because you come from this different background, I just learned something different. So for me, just to make a comment saying that I have a preference, I didn't realize it'd be such a crazy thing. And I mean, a lot of people were mad about the whole vanilla and chocolate babies. All babies are beautiful, but obviously if I were to marry a white man, my child would be biracial. But at the end of the day, any child that I have, I'm going to think is beautiful, no matter what skin complexion or what color they are.
But sorry, that's not a preference. Again, she said it herself. She decided to let us know she does not date black men.
Do you date white men?
I love white guys.
White men?
I actually don't date black guys.
Nobody asked. That's not a preference. Let's use me, for example. I don't date white women. That's not a preference. It's a conscious decision. However, when it comes to black women, I have a preference for darker skinned sisters. But I will date all complexions of black women, and I have. That's a preference. So her response is honestly bullshit. These celebrities need to stop trying to talk their way out of their nonsense and own what they said. In my opinion, there's only 2 things that make people do this. That's if they've been seriously hurt by someone of the same race, or they've got serious issues with self-hatred. But what I do want to say, as a man that comes from a family of all different shades, from light bright, caramel brown, chocolate, and to dark ebony, all black babies are beautiful. And you don't need to be mixed to be beautiful. I always say that you're beautiful because you have African blood in you, not because you're mixed or because you have non-African blood mixed in there. It's sad, but this woman's attitude reminds me of Stacey Dash. I also feel that she knew what she was doing when she made that comment. She knew it was going to start something. That's why she said it. And nobody asked her for her preference to begin with. I think on top of her self-hate, she's just another failing celebrity that needs some drama to push her career and get people talking about her. Maybe it's because I don't watch wrestling, but I have no idea who this woman is. I'm curious to see your thoughts. I know there's going to be a big division in the comment section. I also want you guys to see the video I made about Ricky Smiley's son when he said he doesn't like black girls. Because to be honest, there's no difference. So the link to that video and a few other videos about interracial dating and fetish in regards to both black men and black women will be in the description. But before you comment, I want you to make sure that you're not hypocritical. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. ikyg.com is a black-owned, black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more. without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG.